It began like any other cosmic discovery, quiet, unremarkable, the kind of data point that rarely draws second glances. In a routine sky survey, a faint, silent flash appeared, almost swallowed by the ocean of stars. Astronomers, trained to separate random noise from true celestial signals, nearly dismissed it as insignificant. At first, it seemed like countless others, just another traveler drifting at the edge of human perception. But as the readings accumulated, something peculiar emerged. The faint light did not behave like a comet, nor like an asteroid wandering through the sun's domain. It moved differently, faster, sharper, cutting across the darkness like a blade. The data showed a velocity that made seasoned astronomers pause in disbelief. Numbers scrolled across screens, recalculated, cross-checked, and verified again. What they revealed was staggering. This object was moving at 130 kilometers per second. Such speed was unheard of, faster than anything naturally bound to our star, faster than Earth's fastest probes had ever achieved. It was as though the object was unwilling to obey the ordinary laws of the solar system. On July 1, 2025, the detection was confirmed and logged into the records of humanity. It was given a name, one destined to echo in history: 3I Atlas. The designation carried scientific weight, but to many, it sounded like a cipher, a mystery yet to be solved. The name spread quickly from one observatory to another, whispered in lectures, posted in urgent research memos. Soon, every major telescope turned its gaze toward this strange intruder. Unlike anything seen before, Atlas was not simply drifting into orbit around the Sun. It was racing through space, an interstellar trespasser, cutting across the solar system's boundaries. Its path did not curve, did not meander, did not falter, it charged forward with unshakable momentum. Scientists attempted to map its origin, tracing backward across the stars. What they found only deepened the mystery: Atlas came from beyond. Not from within the Oort cloud, not from the scattered disk of icy bodies, but from another star system altogether. It was a messenger from the galaxy at large, a fragment of something older, stranger, and vastly distant. For the first time in human history, Earth was confronted by a true interstellar visitor. The realization was breathtaking, yet also unsettling. Humanity had always believed itself to be the observer, gazing outward into the cosmos. But now the cosmos had gazed back, sending something, or someone, into our neighborhood. Its light glinted oddly, reflecting in ways that puzzled experts. Sometimes bright, sometimes dim, its surface seemed to shift under scrutiny. Spectral readings hinted at metals rare in such abundance, materials that raised more questions than answers. Atlas was not a frozen ball of ice and dust, nor a chunk of ancient rock. It was something else, something stranger, perhaps even something built. Each passing night brought sharper images, clearer data, deeper mysteries. Astronomers traded notes across continents, united in both awe and unease. The object's trajectory defied small gravitational influences, as though it ignored the pull of planets and moons. Its speed remained constant, unstoppable, like an arrow shot from the depths of another world. Every signal suggested intent, though no one dared to say it aloud. For if Atlas was not a natural wanderer, then it might be a messenger. And if it was a messenger, then humanity was no longer alone. The implications rippled outward, from observatories to governments, from scientists to ordinary people staring up at the night sky. Was this object a gift? A warning? A relic of something long gone? No one knew. Not yet. But what was certain was this: Atlas was unlike anything ever seen before. And as it raced closer, it carried with it a silence heavy with questions. Questions humanity had never been ready to ask, let alone answer. The first images of Atlas were breathtaking, yet disturbing. Through the powerful eyes of Earth's greatest telescopes, a strange portrait began to emerge. Its surface was not smooth nor jagged, like the rocky bodies humanity had known. Instead, it shimmered with metallic reflections, catching sunlight in ways that seemed unnatural. Astronomers were stunned. Atlas glittered like steel, as though its skin had been forged rather than formed. The more the lenses focused, the stranger the picture became. Spectrographic scans revealed chemical signatures that defied expectations. Where comets were rich in ice and dust, Atlas was different. Its body was infused with metals in unusual concentrations. Titanium, nickel, rare alloys, substances found in small traces across the cosmos, yet here, appearing in abundance. Some scientists whispered what others feared to say aloud. It looked less like geology and more like engineering. Could this be debris from some ancient construction? A fragment of a forgotten civilization? Or was it something far more deliberate, an artifact designed and dispatched across the void? As these debates ignited across the scientific world, another puzzle emerged. Atlas rotated, but not randomly. Its spin was steady, rhythmic, almost calculated, as if it had been aligned to maintain balance during its long journey. Unlike natural objects, which tumble unevenly, this rotation seemed controlled, purposeful. Telescopes locked onto its movement, recording every rotation, every flicker of light, every change in brightness. Patterns began to appear, like a hidden code woven into the motion of a drifting starship. The deeper scientists looked, the stranger the answers became. Some noticed faint geometries beneath the rugged surface. Sharp edges, repeating angles, and flat planes, shapes rarely found in nature, but common in design. It was as if something mechanical lay buried under layers of dust and time. Atlas was beginning to look less like a rock, and more like a machine. Soon, the world's great radio observatories turned their dishes toward its path. At first, all they received was static, the ordinary noise of the cosmos. But then came the anomaly. Within the static, faint signals pulsed. They were weak, distant, and difficult to decode, yet they were unmistakably structured. Not random bursts, not cosmic radiation, but something patterned. The pulses repeated at regular intervals, like a heartbeat echoing across interstellar space. Some dismissed them as natural phenomena, the resonance of charged particles bouncing through its metallic surface. But others insisted. This was not noise. This was a message. The possibility of intelligent design could no longer be dismissed. Suddenly, Atlas was not just an interstellar visitor. It was a question posed to all of humanity. If it was a probe, who had built it? If it was a relic, how long had it been drifting, and what story did it carry? And if it was alive, in some way beyond human understanding, what did it want? Governments convened in secrecy, holding urgent meetings as public fascination grew. News networks broadcast daily updates, fueling both awe and fear in millions of homes. Artists painted it as a cosmic arc, carrying knowledge from long-dead civilizations. Philosophers called it an omen, a reminder of how small humanity truly was. Religious leaders saw in it a sign, a messenger from the heavens, perhaps even divine. And scientists, bound by curiosity, pushed harder, searching for truths hidden within the silence. Every new scan, every faint signal, every flicker of light deepened the mystery. Atlas was more than an object. It was a story written in metal and motion, a riddle drifting across the sea of stars. And as it drew closer to Earth, the world began to realize something profound. This was no longer a discovery. This was an encounter. The cosmos had knocked upon humanity's door, and the question now was simple. Would we dare to open it?